Hello everyone, welcome to Lesson Up. Now we are going to study about power system. So पावर सिस्टम को हम यहाँ पे दो पार्ट में डिवाइड कर रहे हैं. दिस इज द सेकेंड पार्ट. और इसमें हमको क्या क्या पढ़ना है. फर्स्ट और मॉड्यूल 1 is about per unit system. Second module is about fault analysis. Third module is about load flow analysis. Fourth module is about economic operation of power system. Fifth module is about load frequency control and sixth module is about stability. Okay. Now we will see about our first module, that is per unit system. Now what and all are topic which we going to cover in this chapter. First is, what is per unit system? What is per unit system? Second, how to calculate per unit value. Okay. Then third is need and advantage of per unit system. Then next is single line diagram. Then we will see per unit representation of power system network. Next is change of base value or change of base value impedance. Then we will see few numerical problem. Okay. So these are the topic which we need to cover in this first module. Now our first topic is what is per unit. Okay. So per unit is a unitless quantity. Okay. See, we have various component in our power system. Such as transformer, induction motor, alternator, and etc. We have various component. Okay. And we have different quantities in our power system such as voltage, current, impedance, and power. And the rating of all these quantities is given in kilovolt for voltage, kiloampere for current, for impedance it will be kilo ohm, and for power it will be kVA or MVA. Now all these components have different rating. To analyze your power system, we need to express this rating. Okay. We need to express this rating of component with reference to a common value. Okay. Express these ratings of component reference to common value. And this common value is known as base value. Now with the help of this base value, it is very easy and convenient for to analyze this power system. Okay. So for the analysis of power system, we need to choose base value for voltage, all the quantities of power system: voltage, current, impedance and power. So this will make your system more convenient for analysis purpose. Okay, see, you have a power system in which you are using different components, and all those components have different rating values. Okay, now it is very complex to solve uh, to analyze this power system with your actual values. So what we do, we refer those value to a common value that will be common to all the component. So we refer those value to a common value which is called base value, and this will make your system more convenient and easy to analyze. So what is per unit? Per unit is the ratio of actual value to the base or reference value. Or if we write percentage value, then it will be per unit value into 100. Okay, so this will give you percentage value. Okay, so with the help of base value we can represent all voltage, current, impedance and power rating of the component can be expressed as a percentage value or per unit value of the base value. And how to calculate this base value? It is a ratio of actual value divided by base or reference value. Now how to select this base value? Selection of base value. Okay, so how we select this base value? How we take this all base value for all the quantities? See, we have 4 quantities, right? Okay, those are voltage, power, current and impedance. So we need to select base value for all these quantities. Okay, we need to select base value for all this quantity. Now If we select the base value of power and voltage, we can easily derive the base value of current and impedance. Okay, so if we select base value of voltage and power, we can derive base value of current and impedance. Okay, so we just need to select the base value of voltage and power. Now, as we know, power is divided into as reactive power, or first I write active power, which is measured in kW, and reactive power, which is measured in kVAR. Okay, so we don't need to select the base value for kW and kVAR. Okay, so we don't need to select base value for kW and kVAR. Okay, we need to select the base value of kVA. We can only select the base value for apparent power, that is kVA. Okay, it can be given in kVA or MVA. So you select the base value according to this. Now, if we know the base value of power and base value of, if we select base value of power and voltage, then we can calculate the base value of current and impedance, right? So base value of power can be given as kVA base and MVA base. Base value of voltage can be given as kV base. Okay, it will be always in kV, but it can be kVA or MVA. Now, to calculate base current, we need two values, that is power and voltage. So it is the ratio of base power and base voltage, right? Because power is what? current into voltage. Now what is base power? How we represent it? That is with kVA base or with kV base. Okay, or we can represent this as MVA base divided by kV base, and we need to multiply this value with 1000. Okay, see here why I multiplied this value with 1000. Suppose here we are taking only values. Okay, suppose it is given 100 kVA, so we are taking only values, that is 100. Okay, we are not taking as 100k. Okay, we never take as 100k, we take 100. So suppose it is given as 1000 kVA, 1000 kVA, and if we convert this kVA into MVA, it will be 1 MVA, right? And suppose kV value is given as 100 kV. Okay, so we only take values here. So what is the value of kVA? That is 1000 kVA divided by 100 kV. Now if we write this in MVA value, in MVA what is the value? That is 1, and what is the value of kV? That will be 100. So how these two equation will get equated? Okay, this two fraction is not equal, so we need to multiply this MVA value with 1000, right? Because we are taking here only we are taking here only values. Okay, we are not taking this k, m, 10 to power 3, 10 to power 6. We are not taking these values, we are taking the only values of that quantity. Okay, now how to find base impedance? Okay. Wait, better to calculate per unit impedance. So you will get to know how to calculate per unit impedance. Okay, so if I write per unit impedance, it will be actual impedance divided by base impedance. Okay, so what is base impedance here? That will be VB by IB. Okay, base voltage divided by base current. Now what we take base as a base voltage? It's better to take what is base voltage, that is rated voltage. Sorry. And what will be the base current? That is a rated current, okay, of that equipment component. Now if you multiply this with rated voltage and divide with rated voltage, it will be V rated square divided by V into I, or we write VA volt ampere rated, or we can write this as VB square divided by VA base. Okay, so we put this value in this equation, we will get per unit impedance will be equal to actual value. Suppose actual value is Z ohm divided by base value. So what is base value? That is VB square into VA base, right? See, we can write this equation as Z ohm into MVA base divided by kV base square. Okay, so why I am using here MVA? See, if we talk about per unit system, if I talk about per unit values, then these values are approximately near to or equal to 1. Okay, so if we take, or if we calculate the base, if we calculate the per unit of voltage, then it will be actual voltage divided by base voltage, right? And this value should be equal to 1 or approximately equal to 1, means it is nearer to 1. It can be 0 0.6, 0 0.8, 0 0.9, 1, 1.1, means it should not be like 10, 60, 100. Okay, so if you take actual value as 400 kV and base value as 200 kV, okay, so what will be the per unit value? It will be 400 kV divided by 200, okay, or this will be equal to 2 per unit. This value is okay, but if you take value, actual value 400 kV and base value as 0.001 kV, then this is not a good practice to take as 400 divided by 0.001. Okay, this will lead your value to 4 lakh. Okay, so this is nowhere nearer to 1, so it's better to take value which give your per unit value nearer to 1. Okay, in this scenario, it's better to work with actual values. Okay, so just look at this equation. In this equation, this is MVA, right? This is MVA. Okay, this MVA is 10 to power 6 and this is 10 to power 3. If you square this, it will become 10 to power 6. So I put here MVA divided by kV square. Okay, so you will get per unit impedance near to 1. Okay, if we write this equation, per unit impedance that is Z ohm divided by Z base, this is equal to Z ohm into MVA base divided by kV base whole square. If we represent into this equation in kVA form, then this will be kVA divided by kV base square into 1000. Okay, sorry, divided by 1000. Okay, suppose MVA is given as 6 MVA. Okay, and kV is given as 6 kV, right? Or it's better to write 36 MVA suppose. So if you find the ratio of these two, it will give you 1, right? But in this case, if you write this value 36 MVA in form of kVA, what it will be? It will be 36,000 kVA, right? And this is 6 kV. So if you find the equation of these two, this will be 36,000 divided by 36 and this will give you 1000. That's why we need to divide this equation with 1000. Okay, so whatever the base value we are taking here, or we are calculating per unit value, that we are calculating in single phase. Okay, we refer this value in single phase. Whatever we are calculating, voltage, current, whatever we are calculating, we are refer this value as a in single phase. Later we need to convert this single phase base value to 3 phase base value. Okay, so whatever we are calculating per unit value, that we are calculating with single phase reference. Okay, later we need to convert this value into 3 phase. Whatever base value we are taking, we need to convert those values in 3 phase. Okay, so this value is actually refer to single phase system. Now we will see how to take this value in 3 phase system. First is base power. Okay, so kVA base for 3 phase will be equal to 3 into kVA base of single phase, or we write MVA base of 3 phase is equal to 3 into MVA base of single phase. Base voltage, we take it as kV base. This will be always line voltage. Okay, line voltage. So you need to convert this as root 3 times of kVA base phase voltage in star connection. Basically we use star connection because of the problem in delta connection is circulating current, and because of circulating harmonic component it can produce heat. So generally we take this star connection. Now if we represent this kVA base 3 phase, with respect to base voltage, then it will be root 3 times of kV base value into base current. Now to calculate base current, it will be kVA base for 3 phase divided by root 3 times of kV base, and this will be line voltage. Okay, see, sorry, this will be line voltage. Okay, and this is line current. Now if you write here line current, that is base current, then this will be kVA base for 3 phase divided by root 3 times of kV base. This will be line voltage. Okay, we always take line voltage. So according to this we got the base current. Now if we write this equation in form of MVA base then we need to multiply this with 1000, right? Because MVA is there, so you need to multiply this value with 1000 to make it kVA, right? Always remember that we are taking values, okay, not unit, what quantity is given in unit. Now base impedance, this can be given as kV base, we always take line voltage square divided by, see here it is K square, so we have to use MVA base. Okay, so this ZB is in 3-phase. Now, or we expand this is in 3-phase. Now if we write this kV base value in terms of phase, what it will be in single phase, it will be divided by √3, right? And if we write this MVA in terms of single phase, then this will be divided by 3. So this 3 square and this 3 will get cancelled. You will get kV base square divided by MVA base. Okay, so there is no difference in 3-phase and single phase. Now if you write this equation, in terms of kVA, then this will be kV base square, and this will give you, or I write in 3-phase. So in 3-phase it will be line voltage divided by MVA, write this one in kVA base for 3-phase. Now we need to multiply this with 1000. Okay, because if we want to equate this two value, you need to divide this kVA with 1000, right? So what we saw here, that base impedance in single phase is equal to base impedance in 3-phase, right? This is the base impedance in in 3-phase, and this is base impedance in single phase. Okay, so if you calculate, Z base in single phase, you can write this formula, right? That is kV base square divided by MVA base. Okay, or kV base square divided by kVA base into 1000. Okay, the only difference is in 3-phase both the value will be same. Okay, so you don't need to worry about it. In 3-phase, this kV base is given in line voltage, and this kVA value will be 3-phase power. And remember one point, that whenever you are working with per unit values. Okay, these values are referred to single phase. Okay, and we convert actual value, actual quantity to per unit value, right, with the help of base value, and the final answer will be converted into final value, final quantity by multiplying per unit value with the base value. Okay, whatever the per unit value you got for these final quantities, that you need to multiply with the base value. Okay, so this is all about per unit system, how to calculate per unit system, that is with that is the ratio of actual value and base value, and we know how to select the base value in single phase as well as in three phase. Okay, in next class we will see the need and advantage of per unit system, why we use this per unit system. Okay, thank you.